Some time ago, we got a movie poster for Pretty Woman 2, and that was something I didn't know I needed. Seeing Richard Gere with Julia Roberts again as Edward and Vivian made my day. But it turns out that it was just a fan made AI poster, and yeah, realizing that was hard. Like me, millions of people were really excited to see it, and the fan made poster surprisingly led to some rumors about the sequel. Like, there's a chance it might actually happen. Who would have thought an AI poster would bring us here? Even though, when asked about a potential sequel to Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts said in an interview that she's now too old to play a prostitute, she still looks like she's 30. Come on. You won't believe it, but she was 41 when she said it, and now she's 57. But still, I know people who look older than her who are in their 30s, so it's not an excuse, Julia. She still has the same spark that she had in 1990, if you ask me. And let's not forget that Richard Gere is as handsome as he was back then. Unlike Julia, he was more optimistic about a second film. In an interview, he said, "It all comes down to whether or not there's a good script," and I think it really makes sense. The director of the movie, Gary Marshall, died in 2016, and I think it is important to honor his legacy, you know? He's been known for his amazing movies like Runaway Bride and The Princess Diaries, so I know that if they ever write a script, it will be hard to replace Gary's incredible work. So I can't understand Richard when he says he needs the script to be good, because filming something that's not good enough for a sequel will just break all our hearts. But think about The Princess Diaries, also directed by Gary, as I mentioned. The third film is right around the corner, with Anne Hathaway already confirmed to return. If they were able to do that with a hopefully good script and a new director, who says Pretty Woman can't have a sequel? Also, I think Richard has this special bond with Edward that he would want to revisit someday. He said in an interview that he didn't get the character at first. He said there was no character, so I read this thing and I said, can you believe that if it wasn't for Gary Marshall, we would never have Richard Gere as Edward? Gary promised him that they would find a character together. Richard said, "We ended up, really trying to find a character there that made sense within the structure and, the essence of what that piece was. To make it heartfelt, to make it charming, make it fun, make it sexy. And we all loved each other, great trust, we had a wonderful time, and we had no idea that it was going to be what it was." And let's not forget that Pretty Woman is not just one of the many romantic comedies, it's a must watch. It has come till this day, and there are people who are still watching it for the first time, even in 2025, and I'm sure that there will be people in 3025 too. Pretty Woman had everything we wanted. An underprivileged woman who is working as an S worker gets a chance to have all that glam in her life. It's like she's been given a second chance. The way she starts to enjoy life like she never did before is the sweetest thing that I've ever seen. And the way Vivian and Edward fall for each other melts my heart every time I watch Pretty Woman. I won't lie to you, I don't even know how many times I watched it. With all this in my mind, I thought, but what will happen in the sequel when I first saw the poster? I remember that Vivian wanted more, she wanted the fairy tale, but Edward was afraid of it, of loving her, so they've broken apart, but in the end, he couldn't leave her. And then we see the iconic scene where he climbs the stairs and kisses her. What we guessed from the last scene was the beginning of Vivian's fairy tale. So when I saw the words "a second chance" on the fake poster, that was all I could think about. Apparently, I was not the only one thinking about the sequel. In an interview Julia Roberts gave in 2023, when she was asked about what her character would be doing now, she said, "I think Edward passed away peacefully in his sleep from a heart attack, smiling, and now she runs his business." There's a really small chance for us to get what we want, the Edward and Vivian romance, but it can be nice to see her with the success she always deserved. But if I had the chance to choose, I would want Edward to be in the movie, obviously. What would you prefer, seeing Vivian running Edward's business without him, or more of their romance? I think I already know the answer, but still, let me know in the comments. Based on everything I've just told you, I can say that I think there is still a chance for a sequel. All we need is a good script and a studio that would be interested in making a sequel, and considering the amount of online interest in a second movie, I'm sure many studios would fight to make this film come true. We know that the first movie was a huge success, and due to that success, we even have The Pretty Woman, the musical, which opened in 2018 and has traveled around the globe since then. So it's safe to say that people want to see their comfort characters in movies more. That's why I'm expecting the news of the Pretty Woman sequel soon. Since it's a hot topic now, if we hear news about the sequel, there's a good chance that we'll see the movie in late 2027. And this means there will be a trailer around June 2027. I just hope to hear about it as soon as possible, but we'll see. And in the meantime, check out the video on the screen.